Hi, welcome to Recession is a Terrible Thing to Waste. Are you mentally prepared? Today we're discussing credit and how credit can better assist you, or how most people are using credit to make the situation worse. Now, in my opinion, credit is second to oxygen if you live in North America. As we all know, over 70% of consumers are spending based on credit. Yes, you're actually using credit to fund your life, to change your financial situation. Some using it for the good, some using it for the bad. Corporations, banks, the government, they all use credit to run their business. The difference is they use credit to make themselves money. But on a personal level, most people use credit to make the situation worse. Today I'm sitting with two of my favorite people talking about credit. I'm talking to Nalish Francis, a credit specialist, and Stephanie Stevens, a student, also an investor who been through our credit program, take advantage and get some results in life. So ladies, how are you today?
Hi, great. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Excellent. So some are saying we're going through recessionary times, some saying we're in the recessionary times, and we want to know what the consumers or people out there are doing when it comes to credit.
Right.
And let's start off with Nalish. She's a credit specialist. Nalish, what's going on in the market right now?
Well, Frank, what's going on right now is that most people are reactive when it comes to dealing with credit. And what that means is that majority of times people, when they're dealing with financial struggles, they'll enter into consumer proposal or credit counseling or bankruptcy to deal with the debt.
And what's wrong with that?
It's the worst thing that you could possibly do because
Really?
it affects your credit negatively and can affect your credit negatively for another 8 years of your life.
So you're saying if a person filed for bankruptcy or they enter into consumer's proposal,
Right.
it stays on the credit report for the next 8 years.
That's correct.
So what other option do people have if they choose not to file for bankruptcy or enter the consumer proposal?
The other option that people have is to contact us, and we will go through a credit program with you to show you how to rebuild your credit.
And what some of those things involve? Negotiating some of the debt down,
That's correct.
put them on a stream of budgeting,
That's right.
more of a credit management or financial management.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
And Stephanie,
Yes.
how's things going with you?
Excellent.
Good,
Thank you.
good. Stephanie's been one of our success students. She came through our credit program. She's seen the results of what we teach at REMIC Wealth Institute. And what's happening today in the credit market and how people are responding, or how you're responding to it?
Well, for me personally, I came from a background of looking at credit as a negative, to stay away from it, not to increase any personal debt. So coming to your program, my thinking got rewired. I gained a new perspective on how to leverage the credit system for my advantage. And as a real estate investor, I was able to leverage a credit system, and I was given over $45,000 of personal credit.
Really?
Yes.
And how long did it take you to get that?
Weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Yeah.
So a couple of weeks, you get over $45,000 in
Yes.
credit.
Yes.
So as an investor, what can you do with that money?
I can put it down on property as down payment, closing costs, whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you go again, folks. You can actually use credit to assist you in your real estate investing. You can use it to start your own business or do whatever you choose to do when you get access to the bank's money. A lot of times we get a lot of negative information from friends, family members, telling us all the wrong things about credit because they think credit is the worst thing on earth. They think the bank is trying to get you and people are trying to get you and all that kind of stuff. The banks only make money when they lend you money. Their objective is so you can borrow their money, you use it for whatever you want to use it for, and pay them back on time. So Nalish, what else what has happened out there with folks with the recessionary time? Are we seeing anything different from a credit perspective with the average household or the average people out there in this recessionary times?
Right now, what we're seeing is that a lot of Canadians are using their credit to finance expensive vacations, purchase expensive vehicles, entertainment, shopping. That's what they're using their credit for. And that's totally wrong.
And why do you think they're doing that?
For the most part, they don't know any better.
So you're saying lack of education?
Lack of education, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get educated, of course we know they don't teach credit education in school system.
That's right.
They don't teach it in university. The banks won't teach it to you.
That's right.
And the credit bureaus, they give a little bit of information here and there on the credit system.
Right.
So how should people actually learn about this stuff?
What they need to do is they need to contact REMIC Wealth Institute and come out and participate in investing in their education to learn about it through us.
Okay, and some of the things that we do for them, we educate them on credit, how the credit system really work.
Right.
We walk them through the process of repair and rebuilding the credit. And more important, which I think is very, very high priority, is understand how to read your credit report.
For sure.
Your credit report, folks, is your financial report card. If you cannot read it, there's a big problem. How do you know if you're going ahead or you move or you're going backwards? So understanding the credit report is very, very important. Now, you talk about people using their house as an ATM machine. What do you mean?
Basically, the equity in their house, they're using it to consolidate debts. Taking it out to finance, expensive vacation. Going around in a circle is basically what they're doing.
And after some point in time doing that, what's going to happen?
They will end up being in debt and not having any equity in their home. Live in their house for 20, 30, 40 years, and at the end of the day, they're still in the same place they were in the beginning.
Right, you're actually chasing their tail, pretty much.
Right. That's right.
Wow, so there you go, folks. You're going to see over the next few months, a few years to come, they're talking about going through a recession. And right now, we have record low interest rate on credit cards, line of credit, and even mortgages. And I recommend you take advantage of that. Because as the recessionary time becomes more intense, interest rate is going to start to increase. And if you over leverage yourself on your credit cards, your mortgage and all this kind of stuff, okay, at some point in time, you would not be able to afford to carry that high debt anymore. So what you want to do is contact us, come to our programs. Let us teach you how to start budgeting, how to put your finance in the right perspective, so you can be on the right track towards changing financial situation. Rather than working every month towards paying down debt and paying bills, let's show you how to start working every month to invest every single month into your financial future.
That's right.
So Stephanie, what's going on? What else are you seeing out there? What are you doing? How are you preparing yourself positively to deal with this recessionary time as an investor?
Well, Frank, I see the advantage anytime there's an economy turn down in the market, it's slow. So for me as a real estate investor to take advantage of that, there's a lot of sellers that are motivated. You can bring bargaining power to the table. You can negotiate for a cheaper purchase price. You can tell who's motivated if their home has been on the market for a long time. Mm-hmm. There's price deductions. That's really a great sign. Also, if the home is vacant, obviously they're still carrying the mortgage for an empty home they're not utilizing. Definitely, they want to get rid of it. So you can use that towards your leverage as well. And you can also negotiate with real estate agents and brokers to lower their commission. Most of them are willing to. The market is slow. They're not making any money. So they're still walking away with some money. And if you can find a great property that cash flows at a cheaper price, and you can pocket a lot more money at closing.
So what you're looking at is a win-win situation where you can leverage the recession to put money in your pocket.
Yes.
Excellent. That's a wonderful idea.
Yes.
Most times when people hear about recession, everybody gets scared. Everybody thinks about the gloom and all the crazy stuff that's about to happen. Mm-hmm. And I like that what we talk about here is how we can positively leverage recessionary times. Yes. How we can use a recession situation right now to create wealth, to put more money in our pocket. Funny thing, I'm talking to different people over the series of this interview and how their experience in the last 20, 40 years living in North America during the recession time, what they have done, and said one of the most common statement I'm hearing from a lot of older folks is that they did not do what we're doing right now. Right. Look at the recession in a positive way. Yes. If they're looking at it that way, they'll be more successful than any other time.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, folks. We'll be back. Whether recession is a terrible thing to waste, are you mentally prepared?